Hey everybody, today we are going to learn how to play a card game called 2 or 22. We're calling this the Dakota version for lack of a better term. This is a simplified version of this game, and if you're not familiar with 2 or 22, it's very simple to learn. However, much like miming or playing the accordion, it takes only a moment to learn but a lifetime to master. Before we get started, here are 2 facts that will make learning 2 or 22 easier. Number 1, in this version of the game, suits don't matter. They have absolutely no bearing on anything at any time, so might as well just think of this as a monochromatic game. No suit matters at any time. And number 2, at the end of each hand, a pot is split between the low player, and a low player has at least 2 points, but closest to 2 or exactly 2, and a high player who has at least 22 points. And so he or she is closest to 22 points, but has to have at least 22 points. Now, let's talk about card values. Card values are the entire key to this game, and they're very simple. Numbered cards have a point value equal to their number, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get the idea. Face card, Jack, Queen, King, in any suit, again, have a value of half a point. That's 0.5 points. Aces are worth either 1 or 11 points, whichever is more advantageous to the player's hand, and you can decide that, and you can switch that in the middle of the game. Being dealt 2 aces, 1 up, 1 down, results in a point value of either 2 or 22, and therefore a player dealt an ace up, ace down will take the entire pot at the end of the hand. So here is how we play this version of 2 or 22. Each player puts the agreed upon ante into the pot, that's like a buy-in. During betting rounds, the minimum bet will be equal to the ante, and also players will agree upon a maximum allowable bet limit. So the dealer will deal each player a card face down, as in poker, going around to the left, and as in poker also, it is the player's responsibility to conceal the identity of this face down card from the other players. Once each player has a single card dealt face down, the dealer will then immediately deal each of them a card face up, and everybody can see what that card is, and you can't hide it. Once all players have been dealt 2 cards, 1 face up and 1 face down, a round of betting ensues, and this betting round proceeds as would a betting round in Limit Hold'em according to the agreed upon betting terms. Next, the dealer will offer to deal an additional face-up card to the players, beginning with the player immediate to his left. And a player can decide to take a card or he can decline a card, and he can do this each time there is a cards round. We call this a cards round. There's a betting round followed by a cards round, and these repeat throughout the game until we get to the end. So there'll be a round of betting followed by a cards round. You can only take 1 card at a time in this cards round, so you take the card, goes around, comes back to a betting round, goes back to a cards round. Once no players elect to take a card, during the following card round, the dealer will announce that is the last chance for cards, or last call for cards, at which point a player can take a card or not take a card if no players take a card during the last call round. Then there's a final betting round, and then cards are revealed. If a player does take a card during the last call round, any player, any single player, that resets things, and then we're back to the cards, bet, card, bet round. So now let's take a look. Let's say that we've come to our final betting round, and now we must all show our cards, and let's take a look at what's happening here. Player 1 has 22 points. That's a very strong high hand. Remember, to go high, you have to have at least 22 points. Player 2 is showing 2.5 points. Not bad, that's very close to 2. It's at least 2, so it definitely qualifies as a low hand. Player 3 has 23 points. Notice that before taking that last card, he was under 22, so that would not have counted as a high card had he not taken that last card. And player 4 has exactly 2 points, so he beats player 2 on the low end, who had 2.5 points. So player 1 and player 4 will split this pot. Good luck and Godspeed. 2 or 22.